Welcome to what I hope will be the best Facebook marketing tutorial ever for you for 2017. I'm Jerry Banfield. It's November 20th, 2016. I'm creating a tutorial here that I hope will be extremely helpful for you based on my experience doing these things for myself. I have a verified Facebook page. I have over 2 million likes on Facebook, and my posts have reached over 768,000 people in the last week for free, with the largest part of that audience in the US. I'm going to show you the best of what I've learned in more than 10 years of being a user on Facebook, and in 5 years of having my business online. I'm going to show you today the insides of the best of what I know how to do with Facebook marketing. That means not spending any money to get my content, my posts, my videos out there for free. I'm doing a crazy business system now where I'm not selling you anything. There's no products. There's no more courses. What I'm doing is basically trusting. I'm going to give you everything I know as best I can, and then I'm trusting that you will give back to me with what you are able to give back. So that's what this patreon.com/Jerry Banfield is. I'm asking you, if you find this valuable, would you please essentially hire me for a little as $1 a month to keep making these videos for you. Let's get into the very first thing that I think is the absolute most powerful in Facebook marketing today. What is the best Facebook marketing strategy I know of for 2017? The best Facebook marketing strategy I know of for 2017 that's working today for me is live video. Putting live video up on Facebook is by far the best way I've found to do marketing on Facebook. And the beauty of it is you can do it for anything, whatever it is. You can do it anywhere. You can do it on your personal profile. I believe you can do it in groups, and you can do it on your Facebook page. And it's as easy as picking this up and using it. You can live stream straight on your phone on your personal profile. That's the absolute easiest way to get started with doing this. I will show you doing it on my page here. This is where I'm able to reach an incredible amount of people for free, and I'm able to multiply the effects of my Facebook ads, and I'm able to use these live posts as an ad if I want to. I'll start off with 3 examples here for you of doing this within the last 24 hours for the first 2, and then one I've used for months ago that I did that I'm still using. This is on my Facebook page, Jerry Banfield here. And my main thing is being a teacher online. Doing these tutorials, these are my main value that I provide online. I just play video games for fun as a hobby and to help me learn things that I can then teach. So I put up a video yesterday playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered on Xbox One. I linked also to YouTube, Twitch, and Beam. And then here's the live video I did. Now what you'll notice, this reached 192 almost 1,000 people on Facebook for free within 24 hours. The majority of these people reached do not even like my Facebook page. They've watched a video of mine previously. I do Facebook page posts as ads. If anyone watches some of the video, Facebook then has a chance to put any of my live streams in their news feed. So I've got millions of people that I can potentially reach in a news feed because I've shown a lot of video ads. And now when I'm live, these are people who are then seeing this video of mine in a news feed for free, even though they never liked the page. If I had to pay for this in Facebook ads, this would cost hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to get this reach, especially in the US, UK, Canada, where this is the primary place these are being seen. And it would cost a lot of money to pay for that. And thankfully, the money I've paid for it in the past has allowed this to happen. So this video of me playing, doing my hobby essentially, 5,000 views within 24 hours, about 100 likes, and hundreds of thousands of people reached. Now this is a fairly typical post here. I did one right before it. The same thing yesterday, just hours before. Hundreds of thousands of people reached, thousands of views on this video. Exact same thing, just having fun playing a game. The best part is when you actually use this to do any of your teaching or any of your business system online, this is incredibly effective. And I made a presentation based on what people asked me to make before. They said, Jerry, would you make tips for starting a business from zero? I said, sure. I made that exactly here. This is a tutorial video, a 30-minute PowerPoint presentation. This now I've combined with ads, and this has reached a lot of people. But the beauty of it is, you'll see, this has reached 88,000 people, with almost all of those reached for free. That reach was done with a live video. And the awesome part about this is when people see this in an ad, then they see all the comments that came in during the live video. And that makes for a really good, trustworthy user experience. This is getting people to visit my website. This is getting shares all over the world. And it's advertising for a really low cost. I'm getting shares and page likes and all kinds of comments and link clicks to my website for under $1 total. Getting all those things for under $1. Every dollar I spend is having a great return in terms of getting this video out there and getting people learning here with me. This is the single most powerful thing I know in Facebook marketing currently. There's two main reasons it's powerful. One, people love live videos. People love the interactive part of live videos. I've got millions of people that have watched my videos online, and what people consistently say is that they don't care to watch the pre-recorded videos because they want to interact with me live. Now, most people watch the pre-recorded videos, but out of the most enthusiastic fans now, they will pretty much only watch live because they want to talk with me, they want to chat, and they want me to chat back with them. Live video is somewhat of the highest form of media online right now. And the amazing thing, you can get started with this. Just pick up your smartphone. You can live stream on your page or on your personal profile. I recommend, if you've done little with your page, start on your personal profile. I saw a friend, I haven't seen him in the newsfeed in a long time. He live streamed his Overwatch gameplay on his personal Facebook profile, and I watched it for several minutes. That's powerful Facebook marketing, and that's powerful Facebook marketing you can do anywhere in the world. You can do it for fun with video games. You can do it for serious with business tutorials and things like this. So I'm grateful to have the chance to share this with you today. I'm doing this first run through of this pre-recorded, but I'm planning to actually do this live in the near future also. So thank you very much for watching this today. I hope this tip is valuable here with you. And what I plan to do next is show you what I think is the most powerful marketing you can do to start out outside of live streaming. What I just showed you is not that easy to get started with unless you're willing to just start live streaming right away on your phone. What I'm going to show you now is the best easy Facebook marketing strategy that I can think of, and I'm actually doing for 2017. In fact, I'm literally going to do it as a part of making this video here for you and show you live as I go through the whole process. The best easy Facebook marketing strategy I can think of for 2017 does not involve any pages, no groups, nothing fancy. We're going to go ultra simple here, with the goal that no matter who you are or where you're at, you can use this exact strategy exactly as I'm explaining it to you. This is my personal profile, and I recommend you have a good personal profile. Good meaning loved and attention, that you've took the time to fill out all your profile, that you've took the time to put some photos up, that you are being a genuine person on your profile. So no fake profiles or games with this. A real profile that you love and use on a daily or weekly basis. That's the foundation. And you really need to have your actual friends and family in order to do this also. So I'm going to assume that you've got access to those in order to do this strategy. Then this strategy, really simple. What I'm doing, so I have a link, as you can see, to my podcast. I've just started doing daily podcast episodes that I hope are of an inspirational and motivational monologue nature. My podcast is called Happier People. Yay. My podcast is called Happier People. And what I want to do is get my friends in the loop on it. I want my friends to know that, hey, I'm doing a podcast every day you might really enjoy that might help you. I'm talking about my life. You might find it interesting. Instead of just trying to go for ads and getting all these people I don't know to listen to my podcast, I want to use Facebook marketing to get the people who I'm already friends with. Did you see on my last profile? Look, I'm followed by 3,000 people. Where are my friends? I have 924 friends. If 10% of them listen to my podcast, that would be nearly 100 listeners a day or weekly, whatever, on my podcast. I do new episodes every day, and if just a fraction of my friends listen to my podcast, that would double my existing audience. And not only that, but a lot of my friends might really enjoy my podcast because they actually know me. So here's how I'm going to share it. Now, the key thing is to be able to ask in a nice way. I've sent a lot of messages on Facebook to my friends asking for things like money in terms of a Kickstarter project, asking for help. The very most basic, most powerful Facebook marketing is one-to-one connections. No fancy schemes, no funnels, one-to-one relationships and connections. And you do it right through Facebook messages, and you do it with the people you're already closest with and who are already active on Facebook. This is a two-part system, and I'm going to execute it, and I've already started before this, and I'm going to continue doing it as I do this video here with you. I'm not asking or suggesting you do anything that I'm not already doing. So I've already sent my cousin Alex a message here. So step one is to figure out exactly how you're going to choose who to send messages to. I've got a really simple system that is completely fair and helps me maximize my return on time. Time is the smallest resource you have. Even if you think you hardly have any money, time you have even less. You can always trade your time for money. But time, you want to focus and use your energy in a way that's extremely productive. So, step one is to find the people to send the message to. So what we're going to do, and I'm checking to make sure this is actually recording, figure out who to send messages to. So here's a really easy system for that. The biggest waste of time sending messages on Facebook. I have sent more than 10,000 messages on Facebook in the time I've been a user. There have been periods when I was promoting my business, I'd message a lot of people every day. I've sent a lot of Facebook messages. The biggest waste of time, I'll just say this again. Oh God, don't repeat yourself. The biggest waste of time is messaging people who are inactive. Messaging people who won't read your messages. Messaging people who aren't using Facebook. That's the biggest waste of time. Therefore, there's one ultra simple way to fix that. You message people who are in your newsfeed. Hello. Perfect system. Message people who are in your newsfeed. And I'm taking the time to share this with you right now because I already shared the best strategy, I think, with live streaming that is good for going big time. If you want huge reaches, if you're not doing live streaming or if you want something other than live streaming, this is it. This right here, nothing else. This. One-to-one messages. How do you decide who to message? Oh, look, my cousin posted an hour ago on Facebook. Guess what, cuz? I know you're active on Facebook. Therefore, I know I've got a good shot at you reading my message. So I already sent my cousin a message. So if you go over here to this message, I'm glad he didn't reply and send something. Oh, look, he's thinking about a reply. Glad he didn't send a reply like F you back or something already. Oh, there. He said, okay, nice. So he just literally replied to this in real time. So I just sent him a message on Facebook and he replied already. So that's exactly what we want. Thanks, Alex. I didn't plan this out or anything. This just totally happened randomly. So you send messages to the people who are in your news feed already. You know they're active on Facebook, and that's the number one thing you need to do is send the message to someone who's active. So look, all I have to do now is scroll down and figure out who to message. Now here's a quick little tip. if you are trying to sell on Facebook, if you're trying to get clients on Facebook, if you're trying to build relationships on Facebook, here's a little power tip. This is how I built my hundreds of clients to get my business started. I found pages who were advertising, and then I clicked on them and used the little message button and sent them a message. Because out of all the pages on Facebook, those tend to be the ones who are more active, who are really interested in their business on Facebook. And here's another little tip. If they're spending money on Facebook ads, they have the ability to spend money on other things too. They have the mindset to spend money on other things too. That's how I grabbed hundreds of customers. I looked, oh, look, you're paying for Facebook ads. Here, would you like to pay me some to help you with your Facebook ads? This same strategy works great for pages. This is the most powerful strategy I've found to get clients online ever. Direct focus messages, but we're not doing that here. I just thought since this is got a lot of information in it, I'd mention that here while it's relevant. Now my cousin's on, I think I've got him on show first, so he gets to get up in that spot. Now look, I just updated my cover photo. More about this later. You can see I just updated my cover photo here. Let me like my own page status there. Now, next, my friend Michael has got a video here. So you can see how powerful video is on Facebook. This is appearing towards the top of my news feed. Well, guess what, Michael? Michael, you will be getting the next message on this message system. So I've already copied and pasted this ahead of time. It says, hey, Michael, would you try listening to my podcast right here? And I'll talk more about designing this message in a minute. To put it simply, I've already written the message and I'll tell you more about how to design this in a second. There we go. I literally just messaged Michael with that right now. So we're going to close and we're going to move on to the next one. So this is my friend and wife's friend, Jen, and they just had, she posts all these baby fit photos, so I always like them, so they're always up there. So now Jen is my next person to message, and then I'm literally just going to roll through my news feed and message one person after another. Now what I'll do next is I'll show you about writing the message. So here is a girl that I went to college with. I haven't talked to her in a long time, so we're going to need a little bit different message to send to her than I've sent to my friend that I talk to on a regular basis. And then same thing for Matt down here. And then the one person I'm going to skip on this is my friend's wife, because I already asked him to listen to my podcast, and he already is listening to my podcast. So it doesn't make sense for me to ask his wife directly to listen to my podcast when he's already listening to it. If he thinks it's worth his wife listening to, if he likes it enough to tell his wife about it, he will then tell his wife about it. So that way, I'm skipping occasionally if I've already asked one person like my friend. I've already asked my very closest friends, and then now Alex, I just asked him. Then there's no need to ask often their partner or immediate family members. So I want to do this with the highest impact, but at the same time, occasionally choose someone not to send to. So the next part of this is to write a message that's more appropriate for someone I haven't talked to in a long time. Now for Jen, I see Jen on a fairly regular basis, and I talk to Jen. So what I'm going to do is just send this exact message to Jen. I'm going to send the same thing I sent to Michael. And then what I'm going to do is just literally change the name. So I've got it sent over to Jen here. So now I've sent Jen. Jen's got the default message because I've communicated and seen her on a fairly regular basis. But now we need a different message for Ashley here. We need a message that will handle the fact that I haven't talked to her since I don't even know when. If you go over to the message here and I'll click message, we have never exchanged a message on Facebook. Not once in probably 8+ years. So the next step on this is to craft a message that is effective to send. And now this same basic format, if you want to get clients by messaging Facebook pages, this same basic message format has proven extremely effective for that. So once you know how to write a message to one of your friends on Facebook, then you'll be able to also use this if you want to try and get clients using this same strategy. What is the best Facebook messaging strategy for 2017? I'm going to attempt to give you that here right now. Since I'm recording, it seems like it's a good time to talk about this. This is the messaging strategy that I've used to get hundreds of clients all over the world, and that I used to start my business on Facebook with the help of my friends, and that I'm using today to promote my podcast. So this is in an Evernote here. I'm going to break down every single thing in this message. What you're seeing is a short message that fully communicates the point I'm trying to say. And this message is then optimized for friends I have not spoken with in a long time. Now, I have to be honest with you here. I try and be honest in everything, but by saying I have to be honest here, I mention something that I might otherwise omit. It makes me want to vomit a little bit to consider even doing this strategy out of fear. I have 924 friends online. This is a girl I haven't talked to since college. What if she removes me as a friend? I'm very possessive. I'm proud of my 924 friends I have on Facebook. I don't want to lose any of them. So most of the time, in my entire time using Facebook for 11 years, I would avoid even bothering people out of fear they would remove me if I did. So as you can see, if I click message here, I've never sent her anything on Facebook in 8 or 10 years of being friends on Facebook. And there's a lot of other people who fall into this very similar category. If you understand, to begin with, as I am doing now, I would rather have fewer friends and have deeper relationships with the friends I have than have a bunch of friends I don't talk with. So this process may cause a few people to remove me. And they might say, well, I don't even remember how I added you. Why are you even my friend? So doing this process may lose me a few friends, and I'm happy with that because I may also get deeper relationships out of the friends I already have. I would rather that Ashley goes ahead and removes me if she sees me asking for a favor and saying, oh, I haven't talked to him in 10 years. Why would he ask me for this favor? This is stupid. I'm just going to remove him. I don't even want to deal with this. I would rather her remove me and me take a chance at being more of a meaningful Facebook friend instead of me just being someone who likes photos here and there, mostly of her children, and then who is just another statistic. So this, what I'm showing you, is based on this strategy and understanding that having deeper relationships with fewer people is usually much more effective than having a bunch of surface relationships. So this is the mindset I use to craft this message here. And the mindset I use to craft the message is crucial. Now, I figure the world is filled with other people just like me. In simpler terms, I am everyone and everything. So I'm really just talking to myself right now, which is the truth. In this room, in the sense that there's no one in this house. My dogs might be listening out in the living room. I really am talking to myself. You are just a person just like me, though. So I try and craft a message that I would want to receive. So first, my name's important, especially if you haven't talked to me in 10 years, you might want to show me you customize this message just for me. Even if you did take the time to change my name and send it to 15 other people, I'd like to know you at least put the time into my name on here. So step one, we're going to send this message to Ashley first because I've liked a lot of pictures of her kids anyway, so I might as well send this message to Ashley first because she's first on my newsfeed. She's active on Facebook. There's a good chance for reading this. So I'm going to at least put her name in there. And that way, I realize the message isn't some spam thing that was quickly copied, hastily and pasted and sent to a bunch of friends. That is the worst, most annoying thing you can do, and that will absolutely get you removed based on my experience doing exactly that. I've sent lots of messages like that. I've got removed by plenty of friends. 924 friends, how many I've had left after a bunch of others have removed me. I start off with, hey, Ashley, or hi, or you could just say Ashley, whatever it is. And then the ask. We're going to go straight into me asking for what I want, because that's the point of the message. And I recommend ask for something free. I was going to try and do this for my Patreon page to start with, but it doesn't make sense to message very many people and ask them for money. You got to be a pretty close friend with me for me to try and ask you for money. Or some company, then I'll just ask you for money. Who cares if you say no, right? If you're a company. You've got to be a close friend for me to ask for money. However, it makes sense to ask the friends I have on Facebook that I haven't talked to in a while, to ask them to do something that's totally for free and easy to do and that they might already be doing. So this is what I call a very soft ask. It's asking for something. There's no sign up required. There's no payment required. It's a very easy thing to ask for. It's a very reasonable request. And it's one they can easily say no to as well. If you ask me to listen to your podcast, I'm probably going to say no, because there'll probably be a bunch of other people asking me to listen to their podcast too. Now, I may say yes, but the point is, I've asked something that's free and easy to do. And then if they don't want to do it, there's nothing in between. There's no rational reason. If I ask for money, and this is tough asking for clients, because you're basically, if you're sending a message to a client, you're pretty much asking them for money. And that's a tough ask in your very first message when I don't even know you. Hey, you want to spend several $100s with me to set a Facebook ad campaign up? I asked a lot of times, and amazingly, hundreds of people said yes right away. I recommend starting with something that's much more gentle. A podcast is totally free. A podcast, if you don't know what it is basically a collection of audio files that are available to listen to online. It's kind of like a YouTube for videos. Podcasts are really simple. They're just audio files. You listen to them and play them. So they're totally free. My podcast has no ads. There's nothing annoying. It's just straight simple, and it's available on iTunes or Google Play Music, which is two huge ways people access podcasts online. And then it's available directly on my website, where you immediately go there and just play it. So the key thing with this whole message is outright asking directly for what you want and making it something that is easy to access and do. Because if I try asking for my Patreon page, that's difficult. Someone has to spend money, then they might be afraid of putting their billing in. Someone has to go to some website they probably have never heard of before. They don't understand the interface. Exactly what you ask should be as simple as possible, and it preferably should be totally for free with no sign up. Think about this. You're asking your friends, ask for as small of a favor as possible. Think about it this way. If I'm asking you for this favor right now, are you likely to go listen to my podcast right now and give this a try? I'll ask you right now, would you try listening to my podcast? And then I'll put the reason on it, because I think you might enjoy listening and I'm making new episodes daily. Now that's a pretty simple ask, right? You go look, you may already listen to podcasts, pretty easy. Now let's pull up a different banner here. Now let me try and ask you this instead. Would you go to my Patreon page and give me money every month? How's that by comparison? Not quite so simple, is it? The podcast is a very easy thing to ask for. So what you're asking for in here is critical. So think about this ahead of time. Think in advance as much as you can. So this is key. And what I try and do is include the word because. And I include how they'll feel. So I've asked, would you try listening to my podcast? That's the key ask. Would you try listening to my podcast? Then this part of it has links for where it actually is. And then this part of it is why. Because I think you might enjoy listening to it, i.e. you will feel good when you're listening to it. And I'm also making new episodes daily. So it's an organic living thing I'm asking someone to be a part of. So those are the three parts on the message. First, the ask. It should be really simple. If I ask for Patreon, I've got to go explain it a lot. This is pretty straightforward and simple. Then, where can I do it? And then a little bit of why. Now, when I sent the message to my cousin and my friend Michael, and I sent these messages to my other friends, this was all I sent because I'm talking with those other friends on a daily, if not weekly or monthly basis. Now, for Ashley and for everyone similar, because pretty much everyone else that I'll do this after will be the same as Ashley, I need one other little thing in here. Why are they getting this message today? After 10 years or whatever it is since I added them, why am I sending this message? If you are trying to solicit clients using Facebook messages, this part is extremely important. I recommend the same thing in here. Ask the client to do something for free and then explain to them why you messaged them out of all the pages. What I did, I would say in here exactly the same thing as I've got in here, except then a different because. So here's the key thing. So I've just asked Ashley in this case, or it'll be Matt next. I've asked the person here to do something for me. Then I've explained why I'm asking them for that today. And I think I can move this up a little bit so you can see it. I put in here, I like this particular phrase. You are seeing this message today because. This is why I chose to send them a message. So people will often get defensive or just be curious. So this right here is likely to prompt curiosity. Maybe even before doing anything, they're likely to be prompted into curiosity. Oh, why did Jerry send me this message today? I answer that. You are seeing this message today because I just saw your post in my news feed. This shows exactly how I chose to message them. And you can see this is all natural. There's no faking. There's no cheating. There's no messing around and getting lists of people. There's a nice, simple, transparent system. You're showing up in my news feed. Therefore, I thought to message you because you are already showing me stuff in my news feed. I thought to message you. And this is really powerful if you try and solicit clients this way. It's very powerful because then they understand why you messaged them. When I say, hey, I saw your sponsored post in my newsfeed, then it triggers the thing in them of selfishness in the sense they're thinking they might be able to get you as a client. They're more likely to actually read your message and take it seriously. Oh, that was a lot of words I just said in a row. So, a deep breath, and we'll continue here. So the first thing, qualify why you sent this message to start with. Because I saw your post in the newsfeed. Okay, that is a practical reason. You notice I again use the word because to connect two ideas together. So because I just saw your post in the newsfeed, A, and now here's the real connection factor right here. Because I think a real friendship grows each time one person asks the other for a favor. I've been honest about this in saying that, hey, asking you to go listen to something when I haven't talked to you in a while is quite a favor I'm asking. And I've been upfront about this and I've explained why now. I think a real friendship grows each time one person asks the other for a favor. That's why I'm sharing this with you to do this as a strategy. I'm encouraging you to use these tools to make deeper friends with the friends you already have. And you may need to change this out for your business if you're trying to solicit clients this way. You might say something like, I think a great relationship with a client starts by one party asking the other for a favor. So I've got this entire message explained now. This message is put in context. It's a hi, personal hi. Then I'm asking for a favor and explaining why. Then I've explained why I'm doing this message here. And I've done both a practical thing. Hey, you're already in my newsfeed. I thought to contact you. And then I've done over here a more of a belief system. And I'm sharing what I want out of this message. What I want is a real friendship. I want a real friendship where everyone I send this message to feels comfortable asking me for a favor in the future. So this is the kind of thing you don't want to obviously spam this for everyone unless you can do hundreds of favors all at once back too. And then finally, I close it up with this phrase. I appreciate you reading this and being my friend on Facebook. So I've got this now explained right here. I've got essentially then gratitude for them taking the time reading it. Now, I think this is a message that both clearly communicates what I want, and I feel good if the person removes me as a friend after seeing this message, then that's good. Because if someone sees this message and decides to remove me, then I don't want to be liking pictures of their kids on Facebook. That's not a real friend. If someone sees this message and decides they don't want to be friends with me anymore, I want to know that today. So I've now went and explained this message as deep as I can. So now it's time to actually use this message. So after looking at this message for Ashley for however many minutes that was, copy and paste this in here directly. Make sure I changed the name because yes, I've sent hundreds of messages like this without changing the name. I know. You're like, I know. It ruins the whole strategy. I know. If you send a message to Ashley and it says, "Hi, Nick," it ruins the whole thing. It just destroys it. And I've done that. I think it's really funny. I've done that with clients. I'd send one to "Hi," and I'd say the wrong company name in the beginning of the message. And yes, some people literally replied with "F you." So this message, if you don't do this strategy right, can be pretty ugly. Here's the same story here with another friend. So I've obviously made this message gender and friend neutral. I can send this one message to anyone. I go up in here and change the name. Instead of "Hey Ashley," it's "Hey Matt." And then what I do is copy and paste this message in case I lose my place. Then what I've got is the last person I sent it to. So then I've got "Hey Matt" on here, and then I've already checked the links before this. That doesn't mean they couldn't have messed up anyway. So then I've got that. Now I explained to you why I'm not going to message my friend's wife since I already asked him. He's already listening to the podcast. I trust him to tell his wife about it as needed. And remember, if I'm asking for favors, if I'm essentially offering a favor in exchange for a favor, I'd rather ask for as few possible. Now, this is a message here. Tiffany, I've not talked with her in quite a while. In fact, the last thing I asked her to do was give me money with a failed Kickstarter project. So clearly it'd be a good time to start this thing over, or either maybe she'll decide to remove me after receiving first a message years ago for me to give her money, and now a message from me asking to listen to a podcast. So I changed the name up and hit "Hi Tiffany" for this. And yes, when you've got all these hundreds of friends and I already asked Tyler to listen to my podcast, and I believe he said something along the lines of no. So here's another. I see her. I must have liked 50 of her dog photos in my newsfeed. My newsfeed is pretty much all babies and dogs at this point. So and you have to make sure you spell the name right on this, because it just all starts off wrong. I've spelled so many names wrong. I mean, about every way I could do it wrong, I've done it wrong. So now I've tried to put this together. So I copy that to make sure it's the same, and I send that out. So now next, a girl I went to high school with, and I haven't talked to her at all through a message, so I go back through. I enjoy seeing her posts, and this is the kind of thing, like, I've been scared to even talk to her at all, ask how she's doing or anything, because afraid she'd remove me off Facebook. So here we go. We're going to take a leap of faith, send this message to her, and then thankfully I spelled her name right. So there. Now I've got that done, and if I wanted to try and get clients, this would be a good page, I would say. This is that kind of page. Go for a client, use that message button, and send a message there. There's another photo of Tiffany and a kid. Go ahead and like that one. Ah, perfect. Here's one, my friend Robert. Now, I've got this set up nicely so that on Robert's case, I already have been communicating on a semi-regular basis, so I'll actually take this out for Robert and I'll instead say something more relevant. So if you have communicated with the friend, it's nice to say something more relevant, but I just forgot to do that there and sent it anyway. So next we're moving on. Chantel's did some really good work for me on getting blog posts on my website. So I go up here, paste this too, and there. So now I've sent her a message. Now, this is about enough today. And I went through and showed you live actually going through and sending these messages. Actually, I'll go ahead. I'll send one more, another high school friend. I'll go ahead and send this to her. S-H-N-A. So take care to spell the name correctly. That's the one thing you have to do on this right. So there, I've sent her the message, and now that's enough. There's an ad down here, and I've today now messaged people who are active in my news feed, so I want to stop at this point. Because if, say, 20 or 30% of these people send messages back, I don't want to get myself overloaded with messages at once. If, say, a small amount of people flag them as spam, which hopefully the way I've written these will minimize them getting flagged as spam. However, if you're trying to get clients, you will get them flagged as spam because they don't know you. I've sent these messages out in a way now that I don't want to go sending any more today. These are friends on Facebook. These are not people I'm trying to just get something out of. These are people I'm really trying to build a deeper relationship with. So I've done enough today. It's more powerful to do this strategy a little bit every day instead of trying to just do this over and over again, do 100 messages in one day. Facebook also has automated filters for sending a bunch of messages, so I don't want to even get close to hitting those. So I've sent, that's enough messages today, and then what I will do, I will repeat this strategy with more and more people in my news feed. That way the people who are active on Facebook, the people who I'm seeing their photos in my Facebook, then I will either get a chance to get them listening to my podcast or have them say no and then feel comfortable asking for me a favor in the future, or get them to remove me. So I appreciate you watching. This is the single most powerful thing I think for doing Facebook marketing in 2017 outside of live streaming. If you're not live streaming, you don't want to live stream, or you're already live streaming and want something else, this is it. Thank you very much for watching this, and I hope this is helpful for you. Do you want to see how powerful this strategy is? It's literally been 2 minutes since I finished that last video. Now remember what I was saying about all the things that I put together to strategy. In the 2 minutes between when I ended recording the last one, when I tabbed over to Facebook, guess what? 2 messages, both of these from people I've not talked with in a while. Both of them with enthusiastic, positive responses. I am grateful that I've done things wrong so many times to be able to do them in a way that other people generally enjoy interacting with. So if you want some proof that this works, I've sent this message to 7 people I haven't talked to in a while, and I sent it to 3 or 4 people who I have been talking with on more of a regular basis. My cousin responded almost immediately and said okay, and then of the 7 people I sent this to, 2 of them responded in the positive within 5 minutes of me sending the message. And maybe I'll refresh my friends and find someone removed me within 5 minutes as well. I don't know, but I've found this is an amazing response rate. To get 2 people responding back almost immediately, both saying they'll check it out. I'm really excited to go forward, continuing one friend at a time, one newsfeed post at a time, going through and doing this message consistently until I've asked as many friends as I am able to listen to my podcast, and then go forward from there, banking relationships with those friends on my podcast. And if they need any favors, they feel comfortable asking me to go try their product, review their book, or whatever it is, or listen to their podcast or watch their YouTube videos. I appreciate you watching this, and I'm excited that within 5 minutes of going forward with this strategy, already great results. What I hope you've got now out of what I've shown you is that the best Facebook marketing I've ever done is with my profile. This might be different from what you've heard other places. It might not. If you just listen to me, it might be the same. The best I've done is with my personal profile. I've had a client in Asia who's paid me hundreds of thousands of dollars to do work with his company, that our relationship was built through Facebook messages first and then through email. I have a client who's an attorney in the US. He's paid me $400 a month for years to do his ads on Google. Our relationship was developed first through Facebook messaging, then through phone calls, then through email. Facebook messaging with my profile is the best Facebook marketing I've ever done in terms of time, energy, money, and effort. I guess some of those overlap. In your Facebook personal profile, in a very short amount of time, you can do very high impact work using the exact strategies I've just shown you. Your Facebook profile is all you need. It's enough to do great Facebook marketing. If you've heard you need a page, you've got to get a group, or you need all these other things, you don't. You can do amazing things just with your profile anywhere in the world if you use it with a genuine interest to help other people. If you use it to try and plot and scheme and just to make money for yourself, it may not work very good, but I was able to use it for that as well. Mixed it up with the intent to help people. The more you focus on helping people with your personal profile, the more you'll see that it has fantastic power. And mainly the power is to develop relationships through Facebook messaging. However, it may not be obvious that your personal profile, the first key function it serves is trust. When you look at my profile, and you look at all the things I've posted on it, you look at all the friends I have, you look at what I've written, the thing that I hope comes across is that I'm a real person. Cold emailing and cold calling really stink because they don't have this aspect. Cold Facebook messaging has the ability and has for me worked really well because of this trust aspect. The personal profile shows I'm a real person and it talks a lot about me. It's then easier to build up relationships via Facebook messaging. But also with your personal profile, some of the best opportunities you have are with the friends you already have. Most of us are programmed to look outside for opportunities. In my business, the best help I've gotten has been from my friends and family. My friends and family helped motivate me to start my business. They helped set my business up with me. They helped keep my business alive through giving me motivation, through buying things, through looking at what I was creating. There's no way I would be here with you today if my friends and family hadn't helped me so much on Facebook through Facebook messages. Not a chance. When I was trying to start my business, my friends, I messaged all of them and they all, yeah, go for it. And especially my one friend, Joseph, he's like, definitely start your business. And he's helped me from the very beginning. I played Xbox with Joseph at the time. We didn't hardly have any other relationship. And I was able to build a relationship with Joe to the point where I've actually met him in person. We visited, each visited each other. We talk on the phone on a regular basis. We've made courses together. Joseph's earned thousands of dollars working with me, and we're continuing to collaborate going forward. That's the best of Facebook marketing you can do. Now, I've highlighted a lot about what you can do with a personal profile already. One of the things you can do that's really effective on your profile is fill it all out and keep it updated. I have a hard time with this sometimes, updating. Yes, this picture is like 6 months old, but that's better than having one that's years old. This profile picture is just a few weeks old. So you can see if you go back through my profile, that even though I don't do a whole lot on my personal profile with my page now, I've still got a lot of things going on. I still have put a lot of attention. You can see I'm not faking about having this profile. You can see that this is a real profile with my real life on it. You can see all these posts on it. And the primary function of your profile is to build trust. Building trust is one of the most difficult things you can do, and your personal profile will help you build trust. if you then just over time continually put up new photos, put out new statuses, talk about who you are honestly, share things. You see on my profile, I share that I'm an alcoholic and an extraterrestrial. I think human beings were created from something on some other planet and mixed up with whatever was here on this planet. That's a long story short. That both the Bible and evolution are correct, that there was creation mixed with evolution. So I put things on my profile that might make me look bad, and yet if you're in the UFOs and aliens, you might see that and get all excited. If you're not, you might disregard that. And if you're trying to be impressed, you might look, oh, husband, father, that's nice, family member, friend, teacher, student, gamer, oh, alcoholic, extraterrestrial, better not fool with him. Don't want to be talking to him anymore. I put stuff on my profile that will encourage the people I want to talk to me and discourage the people I don't want to talk to me anymore. I want people who are okay with me being a whole, well-rounded person, not some perfect ideal, he's the role model, he's such a perfect husband and father, or not some scum of the earth, oh, he's just a drunken bum that believes in alien conspiracy theories. You see, I want to present my whole self on my intro on Facebook. And I think that's the best you can do. Take the time, put all your work, put where you're from, put where you live. Fill out your profile. Then you have a chance to use your profile most effectively. All that being said, I'm going to guess that you want me to show you more about groups, more about pages. You're going to want me to show you some tools outside of your personal profile. I'm willing to do that as long as, based on what you've seen now, you see the power of a personal profile and that you realize using tools like groups and pages are much more difficult and they're full of failure. They're full of things not going how you think they should, even when they go well. I've at my page started out, I tried to sell t-shirts on it, and now I went through several company pages, all kinds of stupid things have happened with my pages and groups on Facebook. That has been very challenging. It's much easier to use your profile, and it's much easier to get great results using your profile. Now, it's possible, if you want to do some of the things I'm doing, you want millions of people watching your videos, you want hundreds of thousands of people seeing your posts, yes, you're not going to be able to do that off your personal profile unless you're Mark Zuckerberg. Then maybe you can do that on your personal profile. If you want to set up pages and groups, these have some really good upsides. I just want you to know before we go much deeper, the downsides are so bad that hardly anyone ever gets through them. And you could say, I would think on my page that I'm through most of the downsides with millions of likes, hundreds of thousands of posts reach each day. You could probably say I'm through most of the downsides, but really I'm not. Because one of the biggest downsides to fooling around with Facebook pages and Facebook groups, not even as much the groups, but especially with Facebook pages, you will be drawn into spending money more than likely. See this little stat on here that someone on YouTube made sure to hate on? Oh, I don't trust you because you put this post, you only get 2 website clicks, you're faking somehow. Facebook, and if that was you that posted that, I did kind of mean to make fun of you. I'm sorry about that. This is a stat Facebook uses to attempt to sell me on Facebook ads. So what, and I mean, it looks kind of ridiculous on my page with the 700 and some thousand post clicks, and then there's only 2 website clicks. Facebook uses this to attempt to sell me on ads. Ooh, look, hardly anyone's going to your website. Why don't you try promoting your website? Get people you care about to visit your website. This is Facebook's attempt to sell me on spending money on them with ads. What does this little statistic mean? This means the number of people who went to my About section on my page and then clicked Go to Website. Most people only see and interact with Facebook pages in the news feed. So if someone yesterday goes and clicks, if someone clicks all of these, that doesn't count in that stat. If someone watches a video, comes to my timeline and goes and clicks 50 different links, goes all over the place, it doesn't count that. This website clicks is just a specific method Facebook uses to track off the About page. It could potentially come from here also, but not necessarily. So if you fool around with Facebook groups and pages, you're likely to get into areas that will demand a bunch of your time and a bunch of your money before you get almost anything back. While it might be profitable to try and show you how easy it is to succeed with Facebook ads and marketing if you'll just buy someone else's product for anywhere from a few dollars to thousands of dollars, and it'll be real easy if you do that, it's not. It's very hard to get Facebook pages and marketing. Now, I could put something together that make it look like it wasn't. I could rig this up, make sure to take a screenshot and cut this little website clicks out so no one got confused about it. I could rig something up that make it look really easy. Look, my page has 2 million likes. I'm getting all this post reach in the US. I could show you all this data. See, look, I'm getting this for, this will cost me thousands of dollars. I could rig something up that make it look easy to do what I'm doing. It's not. I've spent $100,000 on Facebook advertising on almost all ads for my page. I saw a client once several years ago who'd spent $60,000 on her page, and I thought she was crazy. I guess that makes me crazy now. I've spent a ton of money on my Facebook page, and that's why I get this post reach now. The first 20 or 30,000 I spent on my page were useless. I mean, I might as well have just drove down the street and threw the money out the window. The only good thing that came out of it is I learned how to do better to the point where I could teach it. Doing things on Facebook pages is real difficult. Now, there are some nice practical uses. For example, if you want to live stream, you might as well set up a Facebook page and live stream on Facebook. If you have a local business, you might as well build a page so people can get directions to it. However, the difference between having a page that is neglected and ignored and not well done versus having a page The nice thing is you see this post here this post has a good chance to make it into the news feed of any potential group members. So what you get in a group, you get the ability to add posts specifically in the group, and then these posts go out in the news feed of some, and maybe even all, group members. There's lots of tools in groups that are nice. You can create polls. You can have documents specific to the group. You can have photo albums. You can have events. You can even sell things within the group. I'm not sure if you can live stream in the group yet. You then can look at the members in the group. You can have events in the group. Like I use this event in the group here to do the Shadows of Evil Easter egg on Xbox One, and we finished the Easter egg, and this event helped get the Easter egg completed. And then there's videos that members can post to the group, and there's photos also. So a group is a nice place to hang out on Facebook. It's a great place to make new connections and learn. I'll show you some of what I've done with groups as best I can. So the best group I actually participated in was called the Udemy Studio. Now, I actually have been permanently banned and I can't even see the Udemy Studio anymore because they kicked me off of the entire website of what I would say is I was doing too much on the website. I was teaching people how I made all this money on the website. I was showing all these strategies that they weren't against the policies, but they probably didn't like me doing things like telling that, hey, you just hire a freelancer overseas, pay them a few hundred, if not a few $1,000s to make a course with you, partner up, throw the course up on Udemy, make some Google ads, and there you go, lots of sales. Not against the policy, but they didn't like that. So if you do too well somewhere, you may end up getting kicked out, not because you've done anything wrong as much as they just don't want you controlling and dominating things anymore. If you get to do too well somewhere, it may end up ending things much earlier. So today I tried to just be useful and helpful instead of trying to dominate and take over like a virus, which is what I tried to do before. Long story short though, the Udemy Studio was the most helpful group I've been in on Facebook, and you find groups. So I go over here and search for, I can see this Udemy Faculty Lounge. So this is for Udemy instructors only. This is very similar to the Udemy Studio, except there's about 1/10 of the number of people in it. What I did, I applied to join group, and then once I was inside the group, I got to connect with all these people in the group, and then the Udemy Studio started to dominate my news feed. Out of 80 or 100 posts I counted one week, there were 70 or so posts that were from group members in the Udemy Studio group. So what you do when you join groups like this, I'm not planning on joining this one, just using it as an example. When you join a group like this, then you can do really good for making connections. So in here, there's lots of people in this group that I'm an admin of for my gaming. A lot of people have connected and been able to find other people to play with. And then when you do something like I was talking about the Udemy Studio group, then if you have a group of focused people together, you then can learn and grow together. I saw some posts in the Udemy Studio by an instructor who said he was making hundreds of thousands of dollars on Udemy, and I saw his courses. He gave away all his courses for free. I took his courses, I looked through them and said, wow, I know I can make better courses than this, and I'm sure I can do whatever he's doing to promote my courses. I got the exact same results he did. I made hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he mysteriously left the website a month or two before I mysteriously left the website. So Udemy Studio Group was so powerful learning for me that I was literally able to repeat another person's results based on what they'd shared in here. So if you look at groups as an opportunity, as I've mentioned here, for both networking. Now this to me seems obvious. You're trying to go into a group and network. If you got some program you're on, you're trying to get everyone in your program, try and get links to your website. But this is not so obvious. Facebook groups are extremely powerful for learning because they make it simple to get access to what other people know, and they're often closed private groups. So if you click on create a group, Facebook will give you these different options. You can connect and share, get things done, buy and sell. There's different options that Facebook gives you so you can get things done. It recommends a closed group for this. Anyone can see the group, as in that Udemy Faculty Lounge, but you can't see the actual posts unless you're a part of the group. And I think that's a really valuable part of being in a group. So it's just this easy to create a group and then be able to go for it and get the benefits of it. The best groups I've found are ones, you could say they're niche groups. They're ones related to things I'm trying to do online. So I searched for that Udemy Faculty Lounge group, and then you can see even some of the posts people have made outside and are doing there that are available on Friends. So when you go to look at a group like this, these are the kind of groups I've found most powerful. If you're trying to work online like I've been working online, if you're trying to be a freelancer online, I think groups related to the exact things you're using. So I'm not using Udemy anymore, so that wouldn't make sense. So I could even search for Canva up here, and you gotta, Facebook puts things in however it wants to, so it keeps there. Make it search for Canva, and then click on groups. So see, now one of the programs I use to design my Facebook page thumbnail is Canva. So that's a specific thing I'm using. So if I wanted to get better at using Canva, then here's a group, for example, I could join called Canva's Inner Circle. So this is a group where theoretically I could learn to get better at using Canva. So I've never done anything with this before. I just randomly searched for it now in terms of learning about this. And one way you can find out groups is you'll see what groups your friends are in. You'll notice when I looked at the Udemy Faculty Lounge, there were a bunch of my friends in that group because while Udemy removed me, many of my friends did not. So you can see then when you go to members of the group, you'll see I have these friends who are in the group here. So it's helpful if you see a bunch of your friends are in a group, that might be a good indication that that group could be a good place for you to be friends on. Or if you don't have any friends in the group, like in this Canva group, I don't have any friends in this Canva group, so this could be a good place to network. I think if you're going to do well with groups, though, you really need to have the learning objective as key. You want to be able to learn whatever it is related to what you're doing. So the Udemy Studio was so powerful for me because I learned a lot from that group. Top instructors shared their strategies so completely in that group that I literally copied them and became a top instructor myself until now I'm just another empty page on Udemy. So you can learn really powerful things in groups. And then instead of browsing your Facebook newsfeed and just seeing baby pictures like my newsfeed is, baby and dog pictures, you can see some things that are really useful for learning with your business. The problem is Facebook groups can help you obsess too much over your business. As you can tell, probably a problem for me, I've experienced obsessing too much over my business. When every time you go to check Facebook, you're getting back involved with your business and you're checking Facebook first thing in the morning, last thing in the evening, then someone shares some posts that get you all pumped up. Facebook groups can get out of hand if you use them too well. You can become obsessed with things. I was obsessed with the Udemy Studio the first year or so. The last several months that I was in there before I left it, I was obsessed over it. And then I got into a bunch of trouble on Udemy because I got in trouble. I got some of my reviews removed, and I shared a huge rant in the group about I had simply done what another instructor done, that except he had gotten about 1,000 or maybe 5,000 reviews the same way I had. And I shared my disgust that they'd go take mine away and not take any of his away. And then I left the group and caused a big problem. And that all got the snowball rolling of eventually Udemy not liking me and getting rid of me. So groups have a powerful up and down. Groups can be very effective. Now, if you join groups you're not passionate and you don't care about, for example, if I joined a Canva group, I use Canva as a tool. It's not something that I'm using all the time. Now, Skillshare, I teach on Skillshare. So I joined I joined the Skillshare Mastermind before, but I left because I leave groups if I don't use them because they put so many posts in your newsfeed. I think if I was trying to teach full-time on Skillshare instead of just doing it for free, this would be a great group to be in, and this would be a group where I could learn and grow out of participating in this group. The groups have huge upsides, but they also can have huge downsides, getting into drama. And if I hadn't been a Udemy Studio member, I doubt I would have ever gotten all the results I got on Udemy. And at the same time, I doubt I would have ended up getting banned on Udemy and getting a bunch of people that work there to not like me. So the groups have huge up and huge downsides. Groups can allow you to reach a lot of people. This group for Skillshare has 1,000 members right here, and many of them have the chance to see posts in the newsfeed. So for Facebook marketing, using Facebook groups effectively is one of the most powerful ways to reach new people and to make your time on Facebook worth it. To make your time on Facebook not simply an exercise in liking baby and dog photos, but to make it a productive part of learning and building your business or whatever it is you're trying to do online. If you join groups and are looking to just take from them and not give anything, for example, if I joined this Skillshare group and just looked to use it to get more students, that likely wouldn't work. If you join a group with the intent to be a productive group member, like I joined the Udemy Studio to try and learn about Udemy and try and do better at Udemy. I didn't join it with the intent up front to get a bunch of students. Now, I certainly used it that way. As I went along in there, I gave all my courses away for free as I saw other instructors were doing. So these groups can be fantastically powerful, but they also can take up a ton of your time and energy. So if you've never joined groups or tried them out, I think they're a really good part of working on Facebook. Now, today, I'm hardly doing anything with groups because I have enough going on my Facebook page. My Facebook page is a full-time job by itself. Doing all these things I do on my Facebook page takes so much time and effort. I don't fool around with groups. And then when I go on my Facebook newsfeed, I don't want to see a bunch of things that'll get me thinking about my business. I just want to go click on my home tab here and see videos my friends share, scroll past the ads, see what my friends are up to, hear what other people are doing, and then see pictures of my friends out doing things, scroll past ad, and then look, more baby pictures, go ahead and like that. And that's what I want to see in my newsfeed. So this is how I'm using groups today. This is some of the experiences I've got using groups, and I appreciate the time you spent here learning with me about groups. Now, next part, go into Facebook pages. Welcome to the Facebook pages section of this class. Here's my complete summary of Facebook pages. Facebook pages allow top 1% results with 99% failure. Facebook pages are very much a tool of the elite, so to speak. And it is not easy, it's extremely hard to get your Facebook page into that 1%. Yes, you can get lucky. Yes, you could just do something and it'll take off. 99.9% of the time, I'd say that's not going to be the case. I've already said it once in this, I'll make sure to say it again. I've spent over $100,000 advertising my Facebook page. I've made thousands of posts. I've spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours live streaming on my page to get the results I'm about to show you. I have had not 1, 2, 3, at least 4, if not 5 or 6 Facebook pages. I am on my last Facebook page now. My first Facebook page was for my website. I bought some fake likes for it on Fiverr and it went nowhere. I created another page for my next company and that I got up to over 100,000 likes. I rebranded it and did another page called 100,000 likes. I tried to transition that to a new company page. I got it stolen in the process. Someone I added as an insight analyst in the process of trying to sell the page to them was somehow able, after I removed them from the page, to get restored to the top level admin, even though I'd never added them there. They stole my page, changed it, and I would guess they were posting a bunch of nude photos on it to all my fans, and I would guess they lost the page and got it taken down after that. Whoops. This now is my Facebook page. It has over 2 million likes. It is now branded with my name. All of my pages before were branded with company names and things like Real Productive Life LLC, the website name. This is the best way I've found to brand a Facebook page. Brand it based on you. And don't brand it based on you real estate or whatever company you're working with, because you might have to change that in the future. I've set my Facebook page up with the intent I can use it this way for the rest of my life. That I never have to switch pages, that I never have to change my brand up. This can be my Facebook page forever until I die, and then maybe the Facebook page goes on for 100,000 years until it dies too, and then I've lived 100,000 years because of my Facebook page. I know that's ridiculous. The point is, I use my Facebook page. I've got a nice short URL. As I can see, it's all consistent. In marketing, what you want is consistency. My whole business, everything I do online is branded Jerry Banfield. When I started out, my YouTube channel was branded my gamer tag. Then my company websites had all different names. Then my Facebook page often didn't match the company website name because I'd make some new company website, still be using the old name. Then I tried Facebook pages named 100,000 likes, got that stolen. Then I had this was called Bandwork LLC, and thankfully I was able to change both the name and the little short name for it. I was able to change both of those to Jerry Banfield and get it verified, so I didn't lose these 600 or 1,000 or 1,000,000 likes I had on it. Now Facebook is minimizing likes, at least as they're visible. Now I've got 2.2 million. And here's the amazing thing about pages though. It doesn't even matter who likes your page anymore. It matters who's interacting with it and watching videos, even if they don't like the page. So I'll show you two of the things I like the best about my page here and getting started, and then I'll go through with you one step at a time all the different parts of Facebook pages that I think are worth learning. The single most powerful tool on Facebook pages is the ability to live stream. If you run ads for your videos or previous live streams, everyone who sees, as far as I can understand, I can't officially confirm this, but according to the insights, this is what it looks like. It looks like if anyone starts viewing one of my videos, anytime I live stream, I can get back in their newsfeed again for free, or potentially. This is the most powerful tool I've found on Facebook. It's located right here. So you go to Publishing Tools, you go down to Video Library, and then you click Live. This will give you a set of tools that you can use to live stream. Now, all it does is put up a link. You have to have your own live streaming software. So what live streaming software do I use? I will click on jerrybanfield.com on Facebook. I will go over to the resources tab and I will switch that up on the header. If you want to see what I use to live stream, if you scroll down, I've got all the stuff I use in my business system here. What is it I use? I use Patreon as my main business payment system now. Website domain. I use GoDaddy, WordPress. I use Unfold Theme. Live streaming and green screen tutorial videos. I'm recording this now on Wirecast 7 Pro for Mac, as I'm actually teaching this on my Windows computer, but then I'm capturing the screen with the HDMI out into my Mac Pro, which has Wirecast 7 on it. The software I use is Wirecast. Now, if you want, there are other options. This is what I use. So I'll go click on Try Wirecast here. And if you do want to buy Wirecast, would you please use my link on here? And then I get a 15% commission on it if you're considerate enough to take the time, and you get the same price on it either way. Wirecast just then thanks me with a commission based on telling you about it, which I'm doing now because I use it. I also have an affiliate link on it though, because I might as well. I hardly make anything out of all of my affiliate marketing combined. I should mention that. This is Wirecast. It costs $495 to buy. I have the I think I have the $1,000 one, and then it costs money to upgrade every time. I have the Pro one because it has some additional features. The added input sources, web streams are helpful, and then so I'm using Wirecast Pro, and this is available for both Windows and Mac. So whatever you're using, that's what I use to live stream. That's what I use to record this. So you can use other things. There are free programs to live stream. That's just what I use because I like that it works on Mac. I like the recording tools. I like the interface, how I can easily change things around. I can go left on this if I want. I can blow this up and put my monitors off to the left on it as I'm controlling it. So I can move things around effortlessly in real time as I record also. And I think that is why it's so helpful. So I record on Wirecast, and then all I need to do on Wirecast is set up my output to go to Facebook using the instructions provided at this live tab. And then I can live stream anything on this screen. I can live stream games. I can live stream tutorials. I can record tutorials. Everything I do is based now with Wirecast and live streaming or recording these tutorials. So this is the single most powerful part of Facebook pages because this not effortlessly. This handles putting up all your content. The most important part of your page is what do you do for someone else? When people are reading your posts, this is the foundation of whatever you're doing for them. So these posts are the foundation of whatever I'm doing for people. And then as I advertise some things, like none of these videos can be I haven't advertised any of these videos. And then the videos down here, then some of these have been advertised if you go down far enough. Like this QuickBooks self-employed tutorial, this has been advertised. So this then allows me to advertise in the exact same format as I live stream. So this to me is the very most powerful tool on Facebook today because it allows you the best chance to get in the news feed. I've got my entire reach today. If I scroll up on here, I've got my entire reach and all the insights I'm going to show you based almost completely on live streaming. So this post reach is the most valuable part of having a Facebook page, the ability to get tons of people to see your posts. This is very hard to do with a personal profile, and even in a group you can get tons of people to see your posts, but if you want to reach a lot of people, live streaming videos on Facebook, and especially if you combine that with advertising those videos, that's the best way to do it. Now what I'll do next, I'll show you inside my insights so you can see more into the results I'm getting. Welcome to this Facebook Pages Insights tutorial here for use in 2017, created on November 20th, 2016. These are the insights on the inside of my Facebook page that you might be interested to see. Here, if you take a look, you will see exactly how many people my page is reaching and what exact method is happening with that. So what you'll notice, the majority of my page reach is organic for free using the plus live button within Publishing Tools and Video Library. The majority of it is organic, so if I click on it, it'll show you where that was. So most of these impressions here are on this particular day. This live stream reached 183,000 people for free. It got all that engagement for free. This one, 74,000 for free on that same day. And then on that day also, 50,000 people were reached for free with a post I advertised or were paid to see my post, and then 1,400 organic. So on that particular day, if I show you yesterday, then I reached over 200,000 people. All of it was for free yesterday. And that was for posts that were actually published yesterday. So this shows you for posts that were published by that day how much you reach. Then these are the reactions I've got. Now these reactions have turned down a lot because I turned my ads down a lot right here. So I cut my paid ads, as you can see. There was a larger paid reach here, and then I cut that down. So as I cut down a lot of the paid ads, I got less results. But also with the live streaming, these big live streaming reach days also brought a lot of reactions. So the main kind of reactions are likes on the posts. This is just crazy, about 108,000. I don't even know how it's getting that in there, but 108,000 reactions on the like here. And that might count as video views as well. So you'll see a relatively low rate, given how many people are reached, a relatively low rate of people hiding all posts or of people clicking spam or something else. So this then is the total reach. You'll see most days that I live stream, my page reaches 50,000+ people. With some days it reaches hundreds of thousands like yesterday. And then most days I have 50 to 100,000 of advertising reach also. Now the cool thing is, on the insights, I'll go down here and click on people. Now this is one of the weirdest things that I've seen in doing my Facebook insights over the last year. This is one of the biggest changes. I'll show you, these are the people that like my page. Now I've gotten so many comments, thousands of nasty comments about where my page likes are from. If you don't discriminate, then wherever the page likes are from is a blessing. When you see that every person is an equal on this earth, and you don't simply judge them in terms of their dollar value, but you judge them based on their desire to be helped by you, then you see these insights and they're amazing. If you simply quickly write off, oh, well, people from Pakistan or Bangladesh, those are just click farms, or they're never going to buy anything, neither of those are true. I have gotten a bunch of sales from Pakistan and even from Bangladesh and Nepal. Every country on here has bought something from me. Now that's amazing. And I'm grateful. So many sales in these countries. Someone actually paid $1,000 an hour to talk to me from Pakistan about Facebook ads. These countries all have people that are interested in whatever help it is you can provide them. I'm grateful. I've got so many fans from Pakistan. Pakistan is the country where I have the most likes from. Then Bangladesh and Nepal and Indonesia, Egypt, Algeria, Tunisia, Philippines, Morocco, then the US. Now check this out. I only have 55,000 likes in the US out of 2.2 million. Now remember this in just a minute before you just tune out and think you know everything. Wait just a minute and look on this next page I'm going to show you. So if you're watching from Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Indonesia, Egypt, Algeria, Tunisia, or the Philippines, or Morocco, top place I have page likes. I'm very grateful for your support here. You've made this possible. If you hadn't been a part of liking and watching the videos on my page, there's no way anyone else anywhere would have taken notice for me. So I'm grateful. So many young men, especially in these countries, liked my page. My page then was clear proof for my Facebook teaching that I knew what I was doing with Facebook ads, and that's allowed me to reach people everywhere. Now, these are my actual page likes. You'll notice most everyone does speak English on my page. Now, check this out, though. Now, remember this number, 55,000 page likes from the US. Now, let's go over to people reached. Now, look at this. Even though I have 55,000 likes in the US, I reached 653,000 people in the US in the last week. Actually, this is the past 28 days here. Excuse me. That Facebook uses 7 days. If you look at the page here, this is 7 days. And then this is 28 days. So I've reached 653,000 people in the US in the last week with my posts, and nearly all of this has been organic because most of the ads I run are global. I can reach people globally for way less than spending money in the US. So almost all of this reach, 653,000 in the US for free. I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit on that. So if you notice, I'm reaching people who haven't liked my page for free in the news feed. Now, how am I doing that? I think, I don't know, I think it's anyone who's watched one of my videos in a certain time period. Whenever I go live, using the publishing tools, whenever I go live, Facebook potentially shows them that I'm watching a video. I've had lots of people who told me they saw my live stream because their friend was watching it. One guy in particular, his girlfriend came on the live stream looking for him because she saw on her news feed that he was watching my live stream. She came in and commented and said, "Have you seen," and then whatever his name was. And then he popped up in the chat after that saying, "Oh, hi, yes, I'm here." That was one of the cooler things I've seen happen in my live stream. That apparently seems to be how it's happening. So even though I've spent a lot of money advertising in the US too, I shown a lot of video ads in the US for as low as 8 cents CPM. Yes, that means 8 cents to show 1,000 people an ad. That's with a gaming video like the live streams I've shown you. I'm able to reach people for free in the US and all over the world. You'll notice these countries where I have lots of likes, I'm also reaching a lot of the people who like the page each week too. And almost every live stream, people from these countries are stopping in to say hi. I even reached 27,000 people in Iraq in the last month. How cool is that? And some of these, I don't even know where some of these are. And I don't even know how to say that. 10,000 people in Vietnam reached in the last week. The power of Facebook is just incredible for both local and global reach. If you do live streams, and if you then partner that with either marketing it, or if someone watches one of your live streams and shares it with a friend, then potentially every time you go live, you can reach not only the person themselves who watched, but the friend that watched for a minute too. So if you want viral reach, this is by far the best strategy. If you want your page to just get crazy numbers, this live streaming feature is really powerful for that. And I've seen other people doing live streams on Facebook as well, and I'm guessing that the results are there for them too. So this is the very best of what I've seen working on Facebook in terms of Facebook marketing, especially powerful when combined with ads. From here, I'll show you some more things that will be useful, I hope, for running your page on Facebook. Here's a Facebook page post creation tutorial. This is the best strategy I've found for both creating posts that work really well to get interaction and to create ads. Almost everything I do in Facebook ads is built upon my Facebook marketing. So I simply take a post on my page and advertise it. And that's worked really well for me. So what I'll do in this is show you how I make a new post, and I'll show you one I'm using to try and make sales on a course. I'm showing you one that has a long free tutorial video. So what you'll see is the ability in Facebook to go through and hit photo video. So the very best kinds of posts I've found on Facebook, you use this upload photo video, you upload a long video tutorial or a short preview video or an explainer video, whatever kind of video, or an entertaining video like a gaming one, a funny video. Make sure it's your video. Don't use anyone else's videos. Yes, you might have seen people doing that and getting away with it. It's not good to try and do things you won't get away with in the future. If you've heard anything at all by now, you'll hear how many things I've messed up. Try and do just do you. Make your own videos and then share them. So I do that. And this video is a collaboration among 3 different people. My friend Joseph Delgadillo, and then my friend Nick. We've all collaborated together to make a Python tutorial that then sells a Python course. So this is a 2+ hour Python programming preview. Just like when I went through and showed how to do the messaging before, it's important what kind of actual video you put up. Put a video out there that will either entertain people, make them laugh, or be funny or worth sharing, or put something out there that's helpful to learn from. What I'm showing in this Python video is about the same kind of thing you might learn in high school. And the difference is it's completely for free, available right now to anyone in the world. Those tend to be powerful types of things to put online. Putting up a sales video of why someone should join in with your program, not likely to work that good. Putting up something, sending people to a squeeze page, not likely to work that good. I know, because I'm not saying it won't work all the time in every scenario. I'm saying the best chance you have is to do it this way. You can do it another way if you want to and test out the results you want. A wise person learns from the mistakes of others. I've put up lots of videos. These are the kind that have worked the best. The gaming ones also work very good to get a huge audience, but these work the best to actually make sales. These work the best to get people just like you following me. That is why I want to do all my work online, is to be of service to you just like this. So this is what I found works the best. Just putting the information out there. This video, I start off basically with a sales pitch of why you should watch the video in the first place. What is the point of watching this video? I go and explain that in depth. I show how much money people are making an hour working online as a result of using the same type of information that I essentially get people started on using in the video. And then if they want to learn more, it's just $9 to take the course then, which is affordable in most places in the world. Now, what have I done after I uploaded the video? So I've got a long tutorial video, which then sells a course. I have a description here, which includes 3 different basic parts. So let's start with the first one. This is the point of watching the video. It says start Python 3 programming today. It's both the title of the video, in the sense, now I realize Facebook has a separate category over here. This is the main point of the video. It's both a call to action and it explains what it is. I want people to be able to start Python 3 programming as a result of watching this video. That's the purpose of the video and that's what it contains. So I have a very short 4 or 5, depending on if you count 3 as a number or not. I have a very short basic description of the video in these first few words here. And then what I have are alternative options to get people watching on YouTube is the second part. I like, because Facebook ads are so cheap to target to an interested audience compared to YouTube, I like to use my Facebook ads if possible to send people over to my YouTube channel. Because on YouTube I do actually get some money just for people watching it, $2 every time 1,000 people watch a video. So if I get 1 million views, I get $2,000 in ad revenue. Anyway, I want people to watch on YouTube because I have a ton of YouTube remarketing set up then. And for some people, they might not want to watch this 2-hour tutorial video on Facebook. They might see it and say, ooh, that's good. And then link clicks to YouTube tend to be really cheap because YouTube is a trusted source. People know YouTube, they've been to YouTube, they've heard of YouTube before. And some people, if they're interested in watching this, but they don't want to watch it all right now, they'll click over to YouTube, and then when they go on their desktop later, they'll go to their watch history and pull it up on YouTube. YouTube is my main asset in terms of getting people to watch and learn with me. So after I introduce the video topic, then I put a link in to send people over to the exact same video on YouTube. So there's no sales yet. The first, I'm telling what it is. The second, I'm giving them an alternative to watch. And then third, then I go for the sales at the very end. So this is a funnel essentially in and of itself. Most people will only be interested in this. A few people will want to go deeper and watch on YouTube or watch again later, or it might not work on Facebook. They might go to YouTube. And then for the very most enthusiastic people who really are excited about it, then they can go take the full course at jerrybanfield.com. But not just that, they can go do all other kinds of things on my website also. The beauty of this is then that this is a ready-made ad also. I now literally just need to duplicate a previous ad and switch this post out in place of it and switch my targeting. And I've got an ad ready to go. That's why this is so good. When you do it this way, then you've got a ready-made ad out of it. And then everyone who watches the video can potentially see me live stream again later. This is an incredible system that I'm showing you how to run the whole thing of it. So this these quick introductory lines here, then send people out to wherever they want to go if they enjoy the video. And then from here, these things are just to help the video show in different places on Facebook. So the title is essentially the same thing as my first line. And then these tags help me to get more organic views. So if this video gets a lot of views, it'll have a chance to show up for free in various places based on the tags. And then finally with the thumbnail, I use Canva to make a simple thumbnail format because on Facebook, pretty much the only thing the thumbnail can do is cause you problems. If you have too much text on it, then you can't run it as an ad. And the default thumbnail pulled something, just a random shot from the video, and then that's got a bunch of text on it. So I put in a custom thumbnail with one word of text, a picture related to it, and then me. So if people are seeing my videos over and over again, they'll recognize my face and the different topics among many different videos. So I actually uploaded this and saved it as a draft. I switched it over now. It was a draft. I switched it over to published, and then I hit save and publish here. So this will go out live on my website, on YouTube. Where am I? I'm at home. My feet are on the ground. We're doing a Facebook marketing tutorial here. Okay. So now this is available on Facebook. I clicked the links to make sure it works. So this goes directly to the video over on YouTube. Click this to make sure it works. And this goes straight over to my website then. So I've got this set up now. And then, sure, I'll go ahead and like it, give it the first like. And now this is ready to go, both out to my existing audience, all those people I just showed you in the insights who are primarily watching for my tutorial videos. This video is out for them now. It's 2 hours of tutorials that they may not be able to learn in school where they're at. They've got it right here for free. You can see I start off in the video over here. I think I need to pause the audio on it. There, you can see I start off in the video explaining, basically selling people on why the video is worth watching. I show them what the video contains, and then Nick goes into actually doing the programming tutorial with Python. And then at the end of the video, I explain to them more about what I'm doing. So this video is a collaboration among 3 different people to get really helpful content out there to the people that need it, and then to maybe make some money for us in the process so that we can keep doing the same thing. So this is the most powerful method I've found of creating individual posts on Facebook. And then essentially when I live stream, I just use the exact same format. So these live streams, you'll notice, I'll scroll down here. The live streams are essentially created very much the same. The only difference is I include on the live streams links to go watch my live stream on other websites. So that way you'll see the reach goes out so much. Even 5,000 people watched the live stream on Facebook, but lots of people came to watch on YouTube, Twitch, and I think someone even came to Beam. So my live streams are basically created the exact same way. So this is an awesome setup because I now have a perfect post to use for an ad. I can literally set this for website conversions on here now and optimize it by people who actually go to my website. So I can target this worldwide, optimize it by people that go to my website, and allow Facebook to use all of its data to figure out what kind of person it thinks will go to my website. So this is a beautiful system for creating posts on a page. And this is a nice thing on a page you can't do very well in a group or on a personal profile. So if you're willing to put the effort in to get to the point of being able to do this, you can get some really good results from it. I appreciate you watching this tutorial and hope it's helpful for you. I appreciate you going through so much of this with me. We're wrapping up towards the end now. One of the last things I'm going to cover are the profile and cover photos for your Facebook page. And you can use this also for your personal profile as desired or for a group as well. These details have changed recently as Facebook has moved things around. So this is an updated tutorial that I hope will show you exactly how I've made my cover photo and give you some options for making your cover photo. Here's my Facebook page with my profile picture on the left and then my cover photo right here. On the profile picture, I have messed around with different profile pictures, and my goal on the profile picture is to give someone a piece of what they can expect in every video. You've got my face on every video like this. It makes sense to just stick that up as my profile photo because then it's consistent with everything else, and that's real. That's me. I tried an illustrated version. People like the actual picture better. So what I did, I simply took a picture from one of my green screens with no background on it and stuck that up there using Wirecast. Then I used Camtasia to capture a frame from it. And then I uploaded that as the photo. I cropped it into what you can see here, which then is just a picture of my face. So I think if you're branding a Facebook page the way I suggested, just putting one with a simple picture of just your face up there like that, as I've done, is a great way to do it. Because then when it shows up in the news feed, it'll come with your face in a recognizable size and a recognizable face. It should help you with consistency, getting people to know that's you again. So I've done that. A simple, there's nothing fancy I have to do. Don't have to hire anyone. Just get a picture against my green screen. Now you could do this, get someone to take a picture of you wherever you want, just an isolated picture of your face and put that up there. I think that's an easy way to do a good enough Facebook profile picture. Now the cover photo is for business, so to speak. The profile picture is me. The cover photo is to get people involved and to show people how to get involved. So I'll do this in a couple of different parts. I'll show you exactly my philosophy for designing this, and then I'll show you how I've actually designed this and how you can design this yourself. So and this is new, the profile photo used to cover up part of the page. It does not anymore. It does not cover up the page anymore. I'll show you what this looks like. So here's what it looks like on mobile. It does not cover the page up on mobile either. So if you've seen old tutorials for cover photos, don't put the face blocking it. So this is what my page looks like on mobile. And the nice thing about this, it encourages people, if they want to see my website or YouTube channel, to then click on the photo itself to read more about it. So on mobile, I've optimized it to focus on the center. So this page is designed to put these key elements in the middle. So even on a mobile device, they're clearly recognizable. So you might ask, okay, what did you do here? What are you doing with this? I talked with what is called a YouTube expert at YouTube headquarters in California about my YouTube channel. They recommended on YouTube I use the cover photo to tell people when I'm going to be live. I've told you over and over again the importance of live streaming for doing exceptional Facebook marketing. Therefore, it makes sense to tell people who visit my page immediately when I'm live, right? If I'm doing all these live streams, I've got a schedule now when I'm live. And therefore, the main thing I want to communicate with my title cover photo here is when I'm live. So if someone comes to my page for the first time and is interested in seeing me live, then they've got dates and times and events in a really simple format. So they can immediately understand where I'm live. Oh, okay, he's live on League of Legends Monday at 6 p.m., PlayStation on Wednesday at 6 p.m., and Xbox on Saturday. These are things then, as you see with my global audience, I want to communicate these things in a simple format that makes a clear communication of what I'm doing. So this took a lot of thinking essentially for me to kind of figure out how I wanted to do this. So this is the best I've come up with, to use as many symbols and graphics as possible, to use the least amount of text possible to communicate this. And I originally designed it in a different format. What I did, seeing how the mobile part cuts off the far right and far left of the thumbnail, I put my daily tutorial videos over here on the far right. So if you're on mobile, you won't see that. You just see my live streaming schedule, unless you click on it, and then you'll be able to see it. And then I've got my time zone listed over here. So people should see with the little, they should be motivated to click, and then this shows my time zone. So I'm in Florida. If you're from the US, or if you're from Florida or many other places in the world, you might recognize this as Florida, and you might recognize this time here as my GMT or UTC time zone. So anywhere in the world, you should be able to figure out relative to where I am, what time I will be live in your time zone. So for example, I think in London it is 0 is where I think it's Greenwich Meridian time is centered at. So if you see this and you're in London, you see this -5 here, you should be able to calculate, okay, he's going to be live at 11 p.m. my time on Wednesday and Monday, and then he'll be live at 6 my time on Saturday, and he's doing these new tutorials every day. So I've got this up here. These are tools to communicate when I'm live. Think about watching a TV show. Would you watch a TV show like a football game or something? If you didn't know what time it was going to be on, that'd make it difficult. So if you're not live streaming, the cover is a good place to give people in as simple terms as possible an expectation of what they should be getting in terms of value out of your page. So one of the big values of my Facebook page are my live streams. My live streams are some of the primary value I give, and that's why all these people are visiting my page. People are watching these live streams I'm doing. And even if people aren't interested in the games I'm playing, you'll see the comments, a bunch of people just come by to say hi. They just say, "Hi, Jerry. How are you doing today? What are you up to?" And they watch for a little bit just to say hi with me. It's kind of like stop in, see how I'm doing, and then head out. So if you're live streaming, I think this is a good format. If you're not live streaming, use this space, I think, to give people an idea of what to expect. What is your page going to do for them? And try and do it as much as possible in graphics and as little as possible in text. Now, what I've also done, I realize there will be some people who want to go to my website or maybe view on YouTube. I want to have that available for them. Now, I've done a nice thing on mobile here. I didn't do this on purpose. It just came out like this and I like it. And now I'm rationalizing it after the fact. It has a .com down here so you can see if people want to see my website. They can't actually see it here. They should be motivated then to click on the cover photo and look and see what my website is. So I've got a little teaser on here for my website. And then when you look at the full photo, you can see my website and YouTube channel. So if you saw a Facebook ad, but you don't usually like watching videos on Facebook, you might see I have a website and a YouTube channel to go to on here as well. So this allows my cover photo to communicate in as few words as possible all the relevant things that I want you to know. I want you to know when I'm live so you can come interact with me. Even if you don't care about the game, you can come say hi. I want you to know I'm making daily tutorial videos that I hope provide the equivalent of a diploma for free. I want you to know where I'm from. I live in Florida and where my time zone is relative to yours. I want you to know about my website and YouTube channel. So in my cover, I've got everything I want you to know up front in the cover. Now the next part of this, you might ask, how do I actually design it? Why have you been putting that resources banner up there the whole time? When you use my resources page, it shows you what I've done, what I've used to design this cover image. So I'll show you how I've designed this cover image so that you can make something similar to this easily yourself without having to hire anyone. In this video, I'm going to show you what I use to do a cover photo in terms of graphic design for my Facebook page. So I am really happy. I found Canva.com. It's made it really easy to do a cover photo now. It's so much simpler than what I did before. It's totally free to use, unless you want to add some stock photos like I've done, and then they're just $1 a piece. It's so simple, then you know you've got your copyright. So you can find everything I use in my business at jerrybanfield.com/resources. I try and keep this updated. You can see my business system I've got here on Patreon, my website host, which I think I've made a total of like $50 for putting this up there. So my primary value of this is to be useful. And then if it makes a little bit of money, great. So I've got my WordPress theme. I got Wirecast. I use Camtasia for screen capture tutorials. And then I've got this little graphic design tab right here. And Canva doesn't have any affiliate programs, so I don't make any money for telling you this. This is strictly up here to help you have an easier time than I did learning how to make good cover photos. So what I use is Canva.com to quickly do my own design. I've got the current cover photo size right here, 328 wide by 315 pixels high. And I've got the same thing up for YouTube. So what you do, you click Try Canva, and then you'll go over here and you'll see my previous design. So the nice thing is on Canva, they already have a ready-made Facebook cover. As you can see right up here in the middle, it's got a ready-made Facebook cover. I can literally just click on this and then get started. Now, unfortunately, Canva still has the old profile here in the old format. It doesn't use this format anymore. So what I recommend, use the custom dimensions, 828 by whatever it is on here, 315. You use these custom dimensions and then you click design, and now you have a full screen. And this is automatically in the right size then. So if you want to add text to this, then you just go down to text, you click add heading, and then you can say whatever you want to in here. Then you can move it around. You can adjust the font size, make it really small, or you can make it really huge and move it around however you want to. Then you can change the color that easily there. So I've got that done. And all this is free unless you need a stock photo. If you've got your own photos, you can hit upload. So you can see these beautiful pictures of my face on here. I can then I've already uploaded these. So I throw this picture of my face on here, and there we go. That's not the cover I'm going to use, but you can see how easy it is to put these things together. Canva then has these purple lines that it uses to try and line things up for you. So it tries to match up for here. It centers high on my eyebrows. You can use the purple lines to dead center it on the page. And then if you lose it like that, you can go to arrange and push it back and there. So that puts it behind. So I've got all these different images I've used. I can upload if I prefer to use this one. I can use that on it. You can take different logos if you want. I recommend sticking to things you're very comfortable with on copyright, just for your own peace of mind, if anything. So what I've got is all these different things I can use on here. And in addition to this, what's really nice about Canva then you can search. So I didn't have anything that I was able to use on Canva to get these. So I'll show you the actual cover photo I used here. So this is the actual cover photo I used. I put text in over here. I took the League of Legends logo because I couldn't find anything on Canva. And then what I did for the rest of these, I typed in up here, for example, Florida. I searched for Florida, and then I clicked on this to bring over this Florida photo. And then I shrunk it down to the size I wanted and moved it over into position. Same thing on these days of the week. I then searched for Monday. I saw this Monday calendar icon come up. I put this in for Monday then. And then I did the same thing. I searched for Wednesday. And I took the same thing from Wednesday over here. I searched for Saturday and took the Saturday. And then I went through on the brand. So after I went and found this over here, then I clicked on this ID. And this takes you to the actual here. Now, it shows you the pricing. So using this is $1. And then if you just want to view by this particular publisher, you can search for brand and then calendar, for example. And then this one publisher has all these different things in the same format then. So if you like the way this looks, but you only are doing once a month, you can find an exact calendar day to put on here. And what I wanted is this image, so it was hard to find that directly. But what I did, I just browsed through here until I found this little icon, put it on there. So now that's in the same format as the others to communicate something different. So I did the same thing on that. I went all the way through here, and then I searched for Xbox over here, and I grabbed the Xbox symbol that you see right here. I put that over there. I searched for PlayStation and grabbed the PlayStation symbol here and stuck that there. And then I searched for something like diploma and grabbed the diploma that I found right here and put that over there. And then I searched for -5 or something like that. And I found a -5 graphic that I used in here for the time zone. So that's how I built this entire cover. And then what I did, I put all these pieces of text in here, and I used the purple lines to line them up so that they're lined up pretty well. Now, sure, this isn't absolutely perfectly graphic design. I'm sure a full-time graphic designer could critique one thing after another that I could do better. It's functional, it works well, and it didn't take me very long to make. Now, all I do to get it, I then put the name in, And I go over here to click download, and it's cool if you're making a presentation, you can use transparent background, which is really nice. I click download, and then it charged me like $5 or $10 for all these stock images I used. But then I've got the right to use those, so I don't have to worry about copyright. I know where I can edit these. So if I need to go back and do different days of the week in the future, I just come back to this. I could switch times. I can switch these out. Now you have to pay to use them again. It's only for 24 hours that you can edit it. But it's a really cheap and simple way. Now you don't have to use these. You can do whatever you want. I recommend, if you want to have confidence, you have the copyright all figured out and everything, use the stock images and pay for them. You can always just upload all of your own images in here, and if anything goes wrong, you can deal with the consequences. So you can do all of this for free on Canva, or you can pay for the stock images the way I did. So I've used Canva then to make this cover photo on my page. And then one little trick I did with it too, I went through and edited the cover photo here, because if you click on the cover photo on, then you're likely to see all the text I've written next to it. So if you click on it, then I want people to see what I mean in writing. So if someone does get interested enough to click on this, I want them to actually know, oh, okay, what does he mean by all these symbols on here? Oh, he means he has free tutorial videos every day on YouTube. He's up on Twitch and Beam also, okay. Oh, and his League of Legends streams are live from 6 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Okay, that's what he means by this right here. And then, oh, this is how I play with him. So after putting the new cover photo up, I then edited the cover photo so it's got all the information that I want people to see on it. So when someone clicks either on mobile or desktop, they see the full photo, they see all the text that goes with it. So this to me is the most effective way to do the cover photo on Facebook in terms of communicating what you have to say, doing it in a fairly concise and symbolic format for people anywhere in the world, and then getting the people who are interested in what they see to click on it and then read more in details. So you obviously can customize this any kind of way you want to. And then just did this cover photo today, and knowing I was going to teach this, I had a picture of my daughter up and was essentially not doing anything to communicate the value of my page or my schedule. So I was just motivated to change and update this today to teach this class. So I hope this class has provided something useful for you in the same regards today. I would love to know about it. Whatever you've learned from this video, would you please share it with me to help me see how you've used this video today. Thank you very much for finishing this video. I'm amazed you've watched so much of this video, because there were probably thousands, if not 50 or 100,000 other people watching along with you over time. Obviously not from the first day, but over the year or so this has been watched. There's so many people who watched it before you who just dropped off before they made it to this point, and I'm honored you've spent so much time with me. What I'm trying to do is create tutorial videos like this for you on a daily basis so that you can get a complete professional education with me for free online. You never have to buy any more of my products or any more of my courses. I've transitioned from locking up everything I do behind money to just giving everything away for free, Wikipedia style. And the main place I do this is on my YouTube channel. To me, this is the easiest place to access all these things I create. So if you're watching this on YouTube, would you please subscribe on YouTube? Would you help me reach 250,000 subscribers on YouTube? Because then I'll be able to more effectively reach you with the new tutorials I make. Now, you might be wondering, how do you make any money doing things like this? You're just giving away everything you know for free. How do you charge if you're not putting things into paid products anymore? Well, I still do have some books on Amazon, and I still have some books on Audible. These make a few $100s a month, so not exactly enough to sustain a business. On my website, I've got courses that I'm still selling, but again, these I'm switching to a model where I completely do everything for free. So I'm not making any new courses, and when I hit enough on Patreon, which I would say would be about $10,000 a month, I actually will not allow people to buy any more of my courses on my website. If I'm selling them for someone else, I will. But like this course, I have a Facebook ads and marketing course on my website. Why would you need to get this? You just got a newer version of it. So I'm transitioning away from paying having you pay anything. I don't ever want to have to ask you to buy another product from me again. But I still do need to make money enough to have my business survive online. So I'm taking a leap of faith here with you. I'm acting as if I have the money I need to do this. Right now, I'll go out of business if things stay the way they are. I'm taking a big leap of faith with you that me doing the right thing, just giving you everything I know for free, that you will then give back however you're able to. The most effective way for you to give back is to become a patron using this orange button on patreon.com/Jerry Banfield, the link you see up on top. You essentially... And I'll ask you, would you please use this to essentially hire me to make more videos like this for you each month? Instead of me relentlessly selling you book after book, I have churned often in another country. They can't even get their money in a way they can spend it online, at least to buy my courses and products or to buy other products and courses. Or they've been programmed that you can't spend money in order to learn things. So when you help out with this, you're helping a lot of other people who are probably in a position to greatly benefit from this. So I really appreciate your help with this. I was going to just start doing this once I hit 10,000 a month, but I realized I'm going to act as if I've already hit 10,000 a month and just everything I knew completely for free. I did this last year in my Facebook course, and while 40 or so thousand people saw all the things in the course, I'd rather give it to you for free and have a chance that hundreds of thousands of people see this instead of people paying me to make things online. Now, I'll show you about the rewards. You may be really interested in the actual rewards. So what you see, when you become a patron, it'll give you a chance to choose a reward. So I'll click on this button and show you what it looks like here. What it does, it will then give you these reward options here. And then what you want to go down and do is edit your reward. So I'll show you the rewards you can get on the right side. So if you pledge $10 or more a month, which I'm grateful 10 people have already signed up within the last 3 weeks at this level, I'll give you all the paid courses I've created for free. So all these on my website, and I'm charging $9 each, I'll just give you all of them for free. Now, there may be 1 or 2 missing that are someone else's courses. Like if I've collaborated with a third party to sell their course on my website, I'm not sure in all cases that they'll agree that I can let you have it for free on Patreon too. I'll give you as many as I can. All of the ones I'm the primary instructor, all of the ones I paid to create, like this hacking course, I paid to create this, paid to create this Wireshark course. So you get 30 plus courses for free immediately for $10 a month. Now, the rewards continue to get, I think, more cool. If you give 25 or more a month, I will personally thank you in at least one video. So for this video, I'm thanking Michael Gerard who signed up for $25 or more a month. Michael has done work with me online. Michael's bought a bunch of my Udemy courses. I'm honored. Michael was the first supporter at the $25 shout out option. So Michael Gerard, thank you very much for being a patron today. At the $50 or more per month, and all of these are subject to change. You may see this and it may be completely different by the time you see it based on what the people before you've done. If you whatever you see on the Patreon page itself is valid today. If you give $50 or more, I will make a new video for you specifically every month. Now, nothing nasty, of course. I will make a new video based on what you want me to do. If you say, Jerry, I want you to make a video on Facebook lead ads. Why have you not made one of those yet? $50 or more a month. Send me a message on Patreon. Tell me what you want me to make, and I'll make it. I'm grateful to Jordan Arsenault, who is the first to pledge at the $50 or more a month level. Jordan was a member of my mastermind group, one of the first few members of it, and I've talked with him and worked with him. I talk with him every week now. We're friends. We've helped each other a lot in our online business. A new thing I'm doing, I just started this a day or two ago. After many people have requested I make a mastermind, I'm starting a new online business mastermind. One of the most helpful things I found is to talk with people every week over and over again and to see all the things we go through in our business. It helps to get perspective. It helps really well for learning. So I'm doing an online business mastermind. I just started this. The price goes up $25 for each new mastermind member. So at the time I'm recording this, I've hardly told anyone about it yet. It's very much in early release. By the time you see it, the cost to join it, it will be higher, $25 for each person who's joined. Or if no one joins, I might just cut that one out entirely. So most of the things I do fail. It's just the things I do well, I keep doing over and over again. So the cost per month will be based on how many members are in the mastermind. So I'm rewarding people who join early. I'm doing one call every month with mastermind members. I will try and do them at each time based on the exact members and my availability. So if there's just one member, we'll probably have the call at the same time every week, and I'll meet that member online. If there's 2, 3, 5, 10, I'll try and get with everyone individually, find one meeting time that works the most for each member and try and coordinate those together as much as possible, and then I'll make the meetings every week at different times based on that. So one meeting may be at 3 p.m. my time one week, might be at 6 p.m. another, might be at 9 in the morning the next week, to try and give everyone a chance to participate. And then everyone in the group will be able to network together also. I've found that networking online is the most valuable part of my business. Most of these courses you see, a lot of the sales, you're here with me because I've networked with other people to make things that I could never have created on my own. And many of the things I've collaborated on have been my best videos. Just look on YouTube, my 2.5 million view video here, I collaborated with Ermin. My 500,000 view video here, I collaborated with Hector. On this AdWords tutorial, I actually did this one solo. And then on this Linux tutorial, I collaborated with Ermin. On this with Ermin, and then these two Facebook ones by myself. So the mastermind I'm excited about. If you prefer one-on-one, give the monthly call a try. And then if you want service, if you want me to help you, if you want my company to help you with your Facebook or Google ad campaigns, get the reward for the ad campaign service. This will continue to go up as more people request service. And then if you really want to work and do everything you can with me, I've got one partner spot available for someone then I would plan to work and plan what I do around promoting you naturally in everything I do. So I'm thinking if you're already on my resources page as a company that I'm already using, I'm thinking that's the best opportunity to be a partner, but I have an open mind. So when you click Become a Patron today, you'll be able to help with this. If you buy anything on my website, if you use any of the affiliate links, if you want to schedule a one-on-one call, if you want to listen to any of the books on Audible, if you want to listen to my podcast totally for free, making new episodes every week, all of these things are what you can do to help me. And I've made this video on a leap of faith here with you that when I tell you about all these things, if you're able and willing, you'll go for it and help me. And if not, that's okay. then I've set it up. There's probably someone else who will. So thank you very much today for watching this. I hope this has been a good use of your time. If you've enjoyed this, would you please share this with someone else who might be trying to learn the same things you are and not realize this video's out there describing all these things for free. Thank you and have a great day today.